Welcome to something short and sweet on the Parsha. This week, Parshas Sisa, in which we read about the golden calf. And this reading, 7 Aliyahs, is followed up by Parshas Parah, the third of the 4 special readings of the Purim Pesach season. Parshas Parah, we learn of the Parah Aduma, the red heifer, the ashes of which were used to purify. Why do we read it during this season? This was harking back to the day when the Jew who was impure needed to be reminded to purify himself or herself before being able to partake in the Korban Pesach. So we have 2 readings, Sisa and Parshas Parah. The relationship between these 2 is more than incidental. Let me share with you today an incredible medrash. Mashal leben Melech, or I should say, Mashal leben Shifcha. This can be compared to the son, the child of a servant, Shetinef Palton Shel Melech, that dirtied, soiled the palace of the king. Amru, so the attendants of the palace got all nervous about this. Amru, they said, Tavo imo, let his mother come, to kaneach hatzoa, and let the mother clean up the dung. Let the mother clean up the mess. Kach, similarly, Tavo para, let the red heifer come, the para aduma, the mother, utachaper ala ega, and sin for the and atone for the sin of the golden calf. You get it? Para, cow, egel, calf. Cow, calf. So do the cow, do the procedure of the cow, and that'll be machaper, that'll atone for the calf. It's cute, but what does it mean? What does one have to do with the other? The Parah Aduma was used in order to purify those people who came in contact with a mace. And the Egel Hazov was the sin of idol worship. What does one have to do with the other? So I want to share with you a beautiful, beautiful thought. My father, he should live and be well, said many years ago. He said, what was the starting point of the sin of the golden calf? Moshe Rabbeinu went up the mountain. He told him in 40 days from this time, I'm going to come back. They count 40 days, erroneously. They said Moshe Rabbeinu is not coming back. And they were gripped with a panic. The man Moshe, we don't know what happened to him. In other words, they had a question. And because they had a question, they came up with a crazy answer. They saw in their mind's eye, Moshe Rabbeinu is dead. Who's going to be an intermediary with God? Who's going to help us? Who's going to draw us close to God? They went wild. And they forced Aaron to build this calf. First, they killed Hur, and they would have killed Aaron as well. They went wild because they had a question. What is the antidote to that? For the Jew to learn that you can have questions, that you can't understand everything. And that's where the Parah Aduma comes in. Shlomo HaMelech, King Solomon, wisest of all men, took a look at the Parah Aduma and he said, I want to figure this out. What did he conclude? V'hi rechoka mimeni. It's too distant for me. I can't understand it. I can understand just about everything, but not this. Because human understanding can't understand everything. That is the greatness of the Parah Aduma. It's the quintessential chok. It makes no sense to you. and to me, because we are human. Zos chukas haTorah. The Torah says that's what we're going to read this Shabbos. This is the hidden secret of the Torah. This is the statute of the Torah. This is something we don't understand, as our sages tell us, that the very item which purifies people makes those who prepared it impure. Now, where's the logic in that? We don't know. Go ahead and prepare it. And if you go ahead and prepare it, you'll learn about this mitzvah. You're not going to have a problem with Ish Moshe lo yadanu me lo hayalu. This concept of not always understanding, which the Torah Aduma teaches, which the mother comes and is able to clean up the soil of the child, of the egg, certainly is very important when it comes to between man and God. But it also has great implications for relations between man and man. How often is it that we have a question on somebody? He told me he's going to do this. She promised me. What happened? It just didn't. I can't believe it. What happened? So Torah Aduma says, we don't know. But don't go off the deep end. Don't assume Moshe's not coming back because you miscalculated. And even something that's not a miscalculation, the Torah Aduma, we just can't know it. Why did the person do this? If we are to learn this lesson, we will be so edified. I don't understand the Torah Aduma. I don't know where Moshe is. I don't know why my wife did that. I don't know why my husband did this. My kids, I told him so many times and he promised me. If we learn the lesson of the Torah Aduma, we will have faith in God and we'll have much greater relationship with other people. Have a good Shabbos. Thanks for listening.